In the winter of 1839, Joseph Smith and 5 others were imprisoned in the Liberty Jail under false charges. Meanwhile, in Jackson County, Missouri, over 8,000 saints had been driven out of their homes and into the snow by the mobs. Many saints were beaten, women were violated, and over 20 saints were murdered. On March 20th, from his cold cell, Joseph petitioned God for help, saying, "O Lord, how long shall they suffer these wrongs and unlawful oppressions before thine heart shall be softened towards them, and thy bowels be moved with compassion towards them?" Joseph then received the revelation recorded in the 121st section of the Doctrine and Covenants. Regarding their enemies, the Lord replied, "They who charge thee with transgression, their hope shall be blasted, and their prospects shall be melted away. Also, because their hearts are corrupted, and the things which they are willing to bring upon others, and love to have others suffer, may come upon themselves to the very uttermost, that they may be disappointed also, and their hopes may be cut off, and not many years hence, that they and their posterity shall be swept from under heaven, saith God, that not one of them is left to stand by the wall. Their basket shall not be full, their houses and their barns shall perish, and they themselves shall be despised by those that flattered them." After 4 months in prison, Joseph and the brethren were allowed to escape. A few months later, Joseph sought redress for the wrongs done in Missouri from President Martin Van Buren and anyone in office that would listen, but none would intervene. After the saints were driven out of western Missouri, violence continued, and by the 1850s it had become an extremely violent place to live. During the Civil War, Missouri mobs were raging their own war. The pro-Union Red Leg regiments of the East against Quantrell's pro-Confederate bushwhackers in the West that Frank and Jesse James were a part of. The bushwhackers massacred over 150 men and boys. In order to stop the massacres, on August 25, 1863, the Union Border Commander issued Order 11, which gave Jackson County and other border areas 15 days to evacuate permanently or be removed. The fields were harvested for the Union or were burnt along with the houses. Towns were burnt to the ground, and vast areas of western Missouri were depopulated. In all, 20,000 people were forced from their homes by Union troops. It's a sad tale about a nation that had lost its way. The Pilgrims saw the nation's destiny as building a new Jerusalem, a Zion people. That sentiment continued through the forming of our nation. But when Zion began to grow in Jackson County, where God had ordained the New Jerusalem to be, they were cast out and soon had to flee the nation into the wilderness. But when the time is right, Zion will return.